Hi, this is Thomas with Believe in the Run.
This is Megan with Believe in the Run.
And we are holding the Puma Deviate Nitro 3. Let's start with the upper and some of the updates over the previous model.
Yeah, so you have an engineered mesh upper, so it's pretty standard. They used to have a lot more power tape, although I guess this is what this is.
I think if you kind of tilt it, you can see all the power tape there. So it does have the power tape there. And I wouldn't call this a standard upper, actually, because it's a big improvement over the last one.
I think so.
Yeah, I didn't really love the, engineered mesh with the little, I don't know if you can see this in the close-up. It's just not as cool of a traditional racing style as this one is with the more open toe traditional weaving. I really like the update. This looks to me like a traditional running shoe. That's a sleek look that I love.
I have to say too, while we're on aesthetics, yes, this color is fun and bright, but I kind of dig that they wrote Nitro in giant letters on the side.
You know, it's funny you say that because I do think it's polarizing. I've seen some people leave comments on our photos like, why did they put a big Nitro on the side? I dig it. I think it's fun. The whole shoe looks fun. The colors are bright. This shoe looks like when you're gonna put it on, you're gonna go fast.
Also, it has like a little plastic spoiler here, if you will, which I
have no idea what that's for. The only thing I can think of is if you're kicking the shoe off with your foot, it's not gonna damage the back of the shoe because you use this little spur to get it off. I don't know. They didn't put it on the Elite, so.
I agree with Thomas. The upper is really nice and comfortable. Fits true to size. It was accommodating for my wide feet, so I don't know how you felt about the fit that way.
I like the fit. The fit worked. Of course, I did still get a little puckering here, but it's designed to kind of do that on the front side. I really thought this nice little loop lacing thing here added some extra lockdown over the top. It doesn't look like much, but it does the trick. And overall, I don't know who designed this one, but I think they did a nice job of making it look how I want a running shoe to look. The colors are bright, the fit is nice and sleek, and you said it worked with your wide foot.
Yep.
Overall, this is a hot looking shoe, and then you're like, does it perform?
Yeah, so beneath the foot here, you have a full slab of NITROFOAM. So the previous iteration had this thin layer of the Nitro Elite foam underfoot. That has been taken away. It's all NITROFOAM here. But it has changed a bit, so you have 39 millimeters in the heel, 29 in the forefoot, so 10 millimeter drop. And I feel like it felt great. I should also note there is the carbon fiber plate in here.
The power plate. Yeah. I think it's carbon infused. I don't know that it's a full carbon plate. Maybe it's the same foam, but it just feels a little more, I don't know, I felt more energy return out of this one, and the previous model was good with that. But I don't know, this one, maybe it's because I just am sucked up by how much I like the way the shoe looks, that also the foam feels better. But to me it did. It feels a little more, maybe it's the stack, a little more bouncy, a little more responsive. And you know, the plate isn't so rigid. Like sometimes you grab one of these shoes and you can't bend it. This one, the plate does a great job of flexing with the foot but keeping it lively. So I really, really like the platform of this shoe.
Yeah, I have to agree. I really like the underfoot feel. It's definitely on the firmer side. So like if you're looking for that soft cush easy day running, this is not gonna be it. But I feel like this is great for those maybe longer runs or even like a little pickup run. So if you were doing a tempo or just going a little faster than easy pace, like this is gonna work.
So this is one of those do-it-all shoes that really can take you from training to race day, everything that you need tempo. I put it in the same category as like the Asics Super Blast. I put it in there with the SE Trainer, the Boston 12 from Adidas, and then
Saucony
Endorphin Speed. Yeah, it's one of those shoes that can do it. Maybe the Hoka Mach X. We'll see how that one comes in later this year. But that's, I think, where the real value of this shoe comes in, is that it is something that you can have one shoe to do all your workouts. If you're not one of those people that wants to buy a speed day shoe, a race day shoe, and a daily trainer, and a recovery shoe, this one can pretty much handle everything.
One of the updates here, so the outsole is still the PUMAGRIP, but you can tell from the previous version, it seems like they've kind of slimmed it down, especially in the forefoot there, and it just feels a little bit smoother.
Oh, it's definitely smoother.
Out on the roads.
And it's still tacky as all get up. So like when I went out, The very first run before it gotten kind of like a little bit of worn from the pavement, it was like almost like I could hear like sticking to the pavement as it went through my stride. Cornering in this is a dream.
Yeah.
Like you really feel secure with this.
Yeah. My women's 7.5 came in just under 8 ounces, so 7.95 or 225 grams, which is kind of right in there with daily trainers right now.
Yeah, mine, I was surprised at the weight because it didn't feel like it was as heavy as the scale says on the foot. Maybe that's that bounce from the foam. Mine at a size 10.5 weighs 9.9 ounces or 281 grams, and that's a US men's 10.5. So not the lightest, but I feel like all the shoes tried to get really, really light, and now they're all kind of being like, let's beef them back up. Maybe they were wanting the uppers to be more secure or the rubber to be more substantial on the outsole. So I'm seeing kind of like a creep across the board in running shoes, and just kind of the weight seems to be drifting up a little bit.
Yeah, but like you were saying, it did not bother me out on the roads at all. I think there's a nice distribution here of the weight, so you do have this really comfortable upper, so it's not like it's a super bottom heavy shoe or vice versa. So I feel like that works well. And the good news is the price point hasn't changed. So just like the previous version, this one will be $160.
And 160 is kind of in that super trainer price point where that's what you start seeing plates, you start seeing premium foams, you start seeing a little more detailed uppers. And I think this one hits it. Like I can't think of this not making our top daily trainers of the year. Maybe it might go into our super trainer category for the end of the year. It's gonna be hard not to include this in one of our top picks.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that kind of answers it, but I take it you're giving this one green light.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this a strong green light. This is, of the shoes that we've tried, there's probably a handful this year that have like stood out above. All the companies are making pretty good shoes. Every once in a while we'll get a lemon, but for the most part, it's so competitive, and this one is one of my top for the year so far.
Yeah, I think if someone really liked the previous version of this shoe, they're gonna like this one a lot. It's like minor updates, but they really work. So it's just like a better version of the previous one. And yeah, I definitely give it a green light. I think this is one of those shoes that you, like you said, can pretty much do it all. Good for the long runs or even a workout.
I really like what they did with the Elite this year. They kind of bumped it up a notch in the race category. But if I was gonna pick one Puma to tell you to try, one Puma to go after, this is the one.
Yep, I would agree.
All right, people, you know the drill. If you like this video, hit the like button. Even better yet, subscribe, tell your friends about these videos, forward them to people. We love that. And go ahead and listen and tune in to our 2 podcasts. Meg, tell them about it.
The Drop, which comes out every Friday and Monday, and Fuel for the Soul, which is our podcast with Megan Featherston, who's a sports dietitian, that comes out every other Tuesday.
Yeah, and always the best way to stay in touch with what we're doing in the Believe in the Run universe is to subscribe to our email. It's got all of our reviews, all of our video reviews, all in one place. Plus, you get some commentary from Robbie, which is always a pleasure.
Yep.
All right, so that's it. Anything else, Meg?
That's it.